Good? Can we rise for the pledge?
Of course we can.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Could we remain standing for a moment of silence for the 2 service members killed on July 17th in action? Thank you. No, she's not coming. Okay. Approval of minutes, monthly meeting July 9th, 2026.
So moved.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And I vote aye. Committee reports, conservation report.
Thanks, everybody. The Conservation Board met on July 14th. Headline news, they welcomed Mackie onto their board for her first meeting, and they, along with all of us, I know, thank and give our appreciation and gratitude to everybody who's serving their community by joining these kinds of boards. Thank you very much to Mackie. Good luck to her. They gave their usual close look at a number of properties near wetlands or whose projects were affected by proximity to wetlands, but I wanted to highlight just several. One at Hudson Highlands Reserve. The developers said they are aggressively trying to remediate some violations found in terms of the easement, as well as the restrictions on the extent to which they were permitted to disturb the landscape. And they have an agreement to issue a number of reports and weekly updates on stormwater management to the Conservation Board. On to the Hudson Valley Shakespeare site. Chairman Andy Galler expressed his concern about the depth of the pond there. He said that there was an agreement for it to be at 4 feet, and it tends to get deeper than that, and he's concerned about the safety of the dam or the strength of the dam should that pond be allowed to get much deeper than that. So Shakespeare's aware of that, working on it.
I'm going to get the name of that dam and see.
Yeah, I don't know, and that it didn't. I missed it, but I can follow up.
Yeah, and we need to make sure that the EAP is in place.
And then lastly, the board issued a conditional permit to the folks up at Lake Valhalla to allow them to apply an herbicide to take care of some invasive species, as well as to handle a bloom of an algae bloom that is, obviously deleterious to health. So they're going to move forward on that. The board does not meet this month in August. It will reconvene on September 8th.
We don't often think about what the Conservation Board does, but when you get a rainy period like this and the storms that we had last week and the concern and the diligence of this group to really pay attention to detail for storms that are related to stuff like we had last week, the last 2 weeks. So my appreciation to the Conservation
Agreed.
Board.
I'll just augment that by saying that one of the properties they're looking at, the homeowner wants to put in a pool. Downhill from the pool is a septic tank. So there's a lot of talk about whether in a big storm like what we've seen, if the pool overflows, will it run down to the septic and then from there down to the river? So it's an open question, but it's that kind of close eye.
They work with people.
Oh, yeah.
There is a group of professionals there, and they'll come up with a plan.
Yep.
That, I mean, you can't prepare for everything. You can't prepare for 8 inches of rain, as you'll find out later. But, the average storm, you should be able to hold its own with it. So my appreciation. Thank you. Recreation.
Good evening. The Recreation Commission met in July, and currently, as we've reported previously, the rec center is in full summer camp mode. It's week 6 of summer camp, and it's been a very challenging summer, as all of you know. Many weather-related issues, whether it's rain or heat. But the kids are having a blast. They're enjoying the summer camp. The registration for the fall session began last week. That's already underway. A couple of new programs are being introduced, so please check the website online to register for any fall programming. Fall programs begin after Labor Day. The Before Care program at Haldane has been discontinued due to staffing and enrollment challenges, but the aftercare program at the rec is completely full this year with a waiting list from both Haldane and Garrison schools. So that's already full. The rec building will undergo a massive deep cleaning immediately following summer camp for the entire week of August 17th. And the Friends of Philipstown are painting the pavilion. They started last Tuesday with the first coat with volunteers, and next Tuesday, I believe they're having another painting session. So thank you to all the volunteers, Friends of Philipstown Recreation. And the next Recreation Commission meeting is Tuesday, August 25th at 7:30 at the Rec Center.
I did want to note, I was contacted by Semco that the water tank has been repaired again.
Oh, great.
The water tower, so they're back on the tower. But I think they left the equipment. Is the equipment
Oh,
still
I
there?
don't know. I thought I asked him to keep it there, and he said he
Yeah, it's
couldn't.
up to the institute whether
Right.
they'd.
Yeah,
didn't see
I
it,
think
so
he
it
took
must
it
be
away
out.
because
But
that's what I asked. I
It
said,
was
keep here
another-
just for a little bit longer,
yeah.
just in case.
Was another
know,
patch
right,
had to be
so-
put on it, so, but it is back in service, so thank you, the Recreation Commission. Philipstown Hub,
In the Philipstown Hub, the Luminaria is on August 31st at 7 p.m. Down at the waterfront. It's a beautiful memorial event, and it's International Overdose Awareness Day. So we hope people will join everyone down there. The Hub hosted and facilitated many groups. They are saying farewell to one of their coordinators, Grace Campanile, who is going to Fordham University full-time to get a Master's of Social Work. And they've welcomed a new staff member, Jessica Kolpak, who comes to us from Beacon, where she has served as a crisis counselor with 988. The Hub also received a grant for $3,000 from the Dyson Foundation. And the Hub, for the month of July, the total of touch points was 413, and for the total year-to-date, fiscal year total touch points, that number is, I don't see that, but the number of calls in July was 62 calls, 144 emails, 144 texts. The You Matter line, which is another line, they have 24 calls and 26 programs and groups in the month of July the Hub hosted. So that's really great. Thank you to the Hub staff. Thank you to Grace. We wish you well at Fordham University. And welcome, Jessica. Yes. Thank you to the Hub.
thank you to the Hub and Michelle Cupper, appreciate it. Planning Board,
Planning Board, I attended the planning board meeting on July 23rd. Under old business, Volani, 3191 Route 9, Cold Spring. It's up there right across from the golf station, of corner of Fishkill Road and 301. They've been before the planning board about 4 or 5 months now. Their application was approved. They want to construct 2 commercial garages for storage. That was approved 6-0. Next on the agenda was Salvo, 825 Route 9D in Garrison. They've been from the planning board a few months as well, but anyway, that was a minor project. That was approved too, 6-0. Consenskin Plaza up on Route 9, right up by Danes Lumber. They've been in front of the planning board almost 3 years now. Remember back about 2 years ago, we had the moratorium about oil storage. So their plan was approved, but it was 4-2 from the planning board members. They're still concerned about, what happened, traffic up there, as I discussed last month. There was always traffic issues on Route 9. So that was the main reason why the 2 other people from the planning board did not pass that, was for regarding traffic concerns up there. Under new business, we had Patron and Silver, Chapman Road in Garrison. It's considered a minor project application to seek an approval of construction of 1,418 square foot addition to an existing structure. Like I said, it was a minor project. The planning board, it's a type 2 seeker action. The planning board referred it to county planning, county board of health, conservation board, Garrison Firehouse, and a site visit is scheduled for August 16th. Also new on the agenda was Falcone property. It's 88-92 Whirlpool Road in Garrison. It's right past Graymore there. Is where that is. They have it's considered a minor project as well. The applicant is seeking an additional to a renovation of an existing pool house to be served by a new septic system and existing private water supply. They also said it's a type 2 seeker action. They refer it to county planning, county board of health, conservation board, Garrison Firehouse. The site visit was also on August 16th at 10:30 a.m. Meeting was adjourned at 8:41. Also, the planning board is not in session for the month of August. Their next meeting will be September 24th.
thank you to the Planning Board, thank you, Bobby. Zoning,
Zoning board met on July the 20th. I got a full report in the packet. There were 5 matters that came up before the Zoning Board of Appeals. This was, I should say, this was Mike Chung's first meeting as a new member of the Zoning Board of Appeals, and he fell right in. And it appears as though it was Janice Hogan's last meeting, although she has not yet officially.
That'll be another opening.
There'll be another opening for the Zoning Board of Appeals. So if anyone out there would like to serve the town in a very important role, the Zoning Board of Appeals has a position open, and I suspect Janice will send us her official letter, and we can, maybe we can go ahead and advertise knowing what we do.
I wish Janice well. She served the community in a number of roles.
Me too. We're going to miss her.
Moving to Pittsburgh.
All 5 requests, there were 2 new ones and 3 public hearings that were voted on once the fact that the public was not there, voted on, I think, 3-0 in all cases. They were all houses that fit the same pattern. They're all houses that were built before the zoning code was put in place. Right. So virtually anything that they're going to do of a building nature is going to require a variance. Right. But there was nothing, to my understanding, that would be controversial to either the environment or to the neighbors. And thus, I think they're all routine and likely to be passed at the next meeting, which is going to be no meeting like the others, no meeting in August, next meeting September 14th.
I did get a call from Bob D. He was very pleased with Michael's appointment as well, so.
Good.
Yeah. All righty, thank you. Thank you to the zoning board, thank you.
Yeah.
Highway,
Highway, submitted by Adam Hotelli, Highway Superintendent. Work performed during the month of July. Crews were cleared of trees from Albany Post Road and East Mountain Road South, which were down on the July 4th storm. A resolution was passed by the board to bid out the channel widening project on East Mountain Road. I think we got some information about that here tonight. This is the former work going back to the FEMA storm, back to Ida. Highway Department is mowed around the Glassbury Court, as I asked Adam and the team to do that. They did a nice job up there. I'm not 100% sure if they're 100% completed yet, but if anyone goes up to Glassbury, you can see the nice work that they did. It looks a lot nicer than it has been. So thank you, Adam and his team, for doing that work. Yes. They also said avoid all fallen wires. As you know, all these storms, as we indicated, there's always seem to be wires down. Please stay away from those wires. You know, touch a wire, you get electrocuted, you get killed. So please, in the future, if you see any wires down, just stay away. Call 911, please. That's what they're asking us to do here. Okay, yep, the highway received approximately 35 phone calls, emails throughout the month of July, and spent about approximately $5,000 on vehicle maintenance. End of report.
thank you. Thank you to the highway department. They've had a couple rough weeks with these storms, so my appreciation to them. They were off on, supposed to be off on Monday.
Yeah.
Was a floating holiday that I think it's President's Day, which in the winter, it's hard for them to get a day off. So they always work President's Day and take one of the holidays. They take it a Monday in the summer. Didn't work out too well, so they had to go in and work.
They don't
so.
want to do work, because we're worried about the winter snow. So
right. So, but
now
we
it
got
doesn't
the
get
storm.
snow and rain, so
Right.
can't win.
So my appreciation to the highway crew and Adam and Tom and Maureen and Terry. So that's it. Thank you for the highway. Building and land, I have nothing.
Well, I just wanted to bring up one thing on the building and land. As everyone knows, we have the new solar system on our highway department over there. Just want everyone to know that a highway department is feeding the highway department. Their electric bill was 0 this month. Any excess comes to this building. Last month, this electric bill was 0, and then the rest of it went to our building department. That electric bill was 0. So right now, we have 3 buildings running off that solar system up there. It's not costing us a penny. I mean, we're generating a lot of electric now here during the summertime. Obviously, the winter months and so forth like that, we may not generate as much power as we're doing today. But I just wanted everyone to know that it was a good investment, didn't cost us a penny. I'd like to thank the Climate Smart community for getting us that grant money to do that.
Yes, wonderful.
What was the typical?
Electric bill up the
yeah.
highway is roughly between $1,300 to $1,800 a month.
Oh, that's great.
This building here is probably close to $700-800 a month, and
Yeah.
next door is probably $300 to $400 a
We're
month.
pumping out the juice.
That's great.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Plus, it's off the grid, basically, right?
Budget's made.
Thank you.
That's all.
Cemetery committee.
Really nothing on the cemetery. I'm just waiting to hear from this guy Taggart. He did, like I said, he did some work up the old cemetery up at 301 before the July 4th ceremony. He's told me he was gonna send an invoice. I haven't seen a voucher yet, but maybe it's in the ones downstairs I haven't seen. I also asked him to give me a quote to finish up the cemetery here by the school, because there's some outstanding work that never got done. He hasn't got to that yet, but I told him, let's try to concentrate on one cemetery and get it all done, as we go into different ones all the time.
There's a tree issue there too. I was
Oh, there is?
notified by somebody, if you want to take a look. There's a tree hanging. I'll
On the
get,
cemetery? Oh,
yeah, I'll
take a
check
ride
the
by it.
email and
Okay.
let you know for sure.
All right, that's the only thing I have for the cemetery.
All right, agenda.
First thing on the agenda is a resolution accepting the resignation of Peter Lewis from the Philipstown Planning Board effective immediately and authorizing the town clerk to advertise for the position.
Okay. Peter has served for a great deal of time. I know he's been on,
He's running at least 10 years.
oh God, at least,
not longer.
and a well-prepared. Do we actually have a letter? I don't see the actual letter, but he did send a letter in, Tara?
He did, he
Yeah.
sent an email or
He sent it to,
to Neil, I
yeah,
think,
he
or
sent
something.
it, you forwarded it to me.
Oh, I did?
Yeah.
Oh, because I thought we had.
Or
no-
maybe Susan did.
no problem.
Yeah, do you want to see the email? I
No,
didn't
it's
include
okay.
it because
It's okay.
I don't like to advertise.
My
personal
appreciation for Peter's
information.
service to the town for, I believe it had to be at least 10 years.
least,
So we will have to advertise again for another opening on the planning board, also an important position in the town of Philipstown, so if anybody's interested. Can I get a motion accepting Peter Lewis's resignation from the Philipstown Planning Board?
So moved.
Second,
Second.
all in favor? And I vote aye.
That'd be quick.
Next on the agenda is to schedule any workshops or meetings. We have our monthly meeting for September 3rd, and available workshop dates before the September 3rd meeting are August 12th, August 19th, or September 2nd.
So we need to have, getting to this thing from Ron Gaynor, I might as well address it right now. The channel widening on East Mountain Road, which is a result of Hurricane Irene, I believe it was. So this has been going on for quite a while. We did receive $140,000 in funding from FEMA when it happened, but the bids came in, the low bid is $219,750. I did speak with Ron today. He has reached out to Department of Homeland Security to try to see if we could apply for additional funding. He has not heard back yet. I'm suggesting that we table this, excuse me, and meet next week. I want to meet next week with the comptroller and the clerk from the highway department so we can make sure that we have the funding in place in order, before we sign the contract. So if we could
I'm not gonna
skip,
make next week.
what's that?
I won't be here next week.
I'm also away next week.
You're going to?
Yeah.
So, well, are you?
I'm around.
You're around, so we have
I'll be
three.
here.
So we have three. I mean, it's nothing controversial. If we have the money, we have the money. If we don't, we
So
don't.
you want to do next week on the
Yeah,
12th?
let's go on the 12th.
Okay.
You know what? Hold on. Is that
Okay,
going to give
never
us
mind.
time? Maureen's away until the weekend, I believe.
I have no idea.
Let's do the 19th, August
All
19th.
right,
I don't think I'll be here.
Oh, who is?
I'll be here.
I'll be here.
Judy?
Yeah.
Okay, so we got
As
four.
long as you have, yeah, as long as you have. a
All right,
quorum.
so let's schedule it for the
So the
19th.
19th.
Pretty sure I'm away that week.
All right.
Okay.
August is a rough month.
And we need the short-term rental.
And,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I can, if we have it, we can,
Maybe we can do it the same night. It should be simple. I mean, Mary Kate just had a
Yeah.
couple,
Yeah, we just had a couple of changes.
Right,
in
the age of the
minutes, and, I
guests.
think Nat gave some.
that's
thought.
fine. I just have to talk to her about advertising because that would be scheduling the public hearing and I wouldn't, if we're meeting on August 19th, we can't have the public hearing on September 3rd,
Well, we
right
can
on,
have
you know what I mean?
in
So we can
October,
do it.
right.
I'll talk to Mary Kate about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, let's tentatively put it on there for the
Yeah,
19th as
yeah.
well.
So it's a double
I'd love to
barrel.
put that to bed.
Highway and STR.
Yep. Okay. Next is the code enforcement monthly report. This is for July. Total fees collected were $81,153.53. There were 41 total permits issued, one new one or two family dwelling, 8 additions, alterations, or repairs to residential buildings, 1 addition, alteration, or repair to a commercial building, 31 all other permits, 16 certificates of occupancy were issued. There was 1 permit issued for the use of pyrotechnic devices, 5 inspections of public assembly, and 2 inspections of commercial occupancies.
Perfect. Thank you, Greg. Thank you, the building.
Next is any other business.
So, I wanted to discuss the flooding. Obviously, we had a huge 8+ inch rainstorm last week. And we, as you know, we lost Route 9 for an extended period of time. So 9D became the major north-south route for commuter traffic. The red light was still in place, so it was backing traffic up. In the evening, that evening, it was backed up to the village of Cold Spring going north. The following morning, I went up, and the southbound traffic, around a little after 7, was up to the top of Wades Hill. That morning that it flooded, I did write to Rob Rollison, and I wrote to Linda Cooper to get, if they could open up, any way they could open up 9D until 9 was put back in service. So within 2 rush hours, they were able to move the barricades, get the red light out of the road. So my appreciation to State Parks and to Senator Rollison for pressing that. So that did go through quite quickly. We also had an issue on at Glenwood, at Jordan Pond or Jordan Dam. I got a call mid-morning of the heavy day of rain, that there was an issue, one of the dam, they had just repaired the dam, and this giant crater had opened up in the dam itself. So he called me, I called Office of Emergency Management, Matt Natalani is the pronunciation. He came over, we did get in touch with Beatty and Watson, who had done the engineering for the repair on the dam. They responded, but when I got there, they had started dropping the water level. So I wasn't overly concerned because it was below where the damage really was, but it started to rain again. So, we kept getting more resources. So once the engineer was on site, the general contractor had done the work, had been delayed because of road closures. He couldn't get there, but he was en route. When I left, Office of Emergency Management was there, the owner of the dam, as well as the engineering firm. So that was taken care of. And we did have a rescue on Route 9. There was a flooded house on Route 9, and 3 people were taken out of the house with the help of the Philipstown Highway Department. So they were able to get a loader out to the porch, and we got the people out of the house. So my thanks to that.
Is the Office of Emergency Management, is that a county?
So you have the Bureau of Emergency Services, and then OEM is a function under Bureau of Emergency Services. Chris Shields was the prior OEM, so and he's taken Chris's position. So and that's all I have for that. I do want to mention the building department and the short-term rentals. We met with Greg again yesterday over an issue, but long-term, I really think we need to retain Jimmy, the part-time. Currently, we're in an intermunicipal agreement with Putnam Valley to share 2 days here, 3 days there, and then the following week it reverts back. He is a full-time employee of the town of Philipstown. He's on our payroll, he's on our benefits. We get reimbursed by the town of Putt Valley. I asked Mary Kate to look into the IMA and what it would take for us to get out of the IMA and to keep him here full-time. I think Greg, with the 2 villages added to his plate, and if we put short-term rental on top of it, that he's gonna be overwhelmed with stuff. So I would like to explore breaking the IMA, and I'm sure Putt Valley's not gonna be happy about it, but it is what it is. So we have to take care of our own town. The other note is for the food pantry. You came in 2 weeks ago or 2 months ago, and we had a discussion about your needs, and I did reach out. I had a thought. They're in need of transportation. We have the electric vehicle, the truck at the building department that is not getting used. It's certainly not used on the weekends, and I would propose to the town board that we utilize or allow the food pantry to utilize that truck. It's electric, it's easy to drive, it's a smaller truck. I'm sure there'll be some insurance requirements that we would have to look into to get whoever would be driving it. We would have to limit the drivers, and not just anybody. Even if we drive one of our vehicles, the town vehicles, our licenses have to be registered with our insurance broker. So if you can get us a list of a couple drivers, I am certainly in favor. I would open it up to the board if anybody has a concern or thought about it. I just think it's a good use of the vehicle. You need to be able to transport food. It is a pickup truck. It'll work perfectly, I think, and it's electric, so there's no fuel. So anybody,
Well, I was just saying, you only need it on Saturdays, that's it?
it's just Saturdays, right?
Actually, a lot of our food stuff is during the week.
Yeah, it's usually during the week.
Way in advance.
Yeah,
And I think around the holiday period, depending on what happens with our caseload, it would be helpful to know that we could have a backup.
Yeah, they, as far as I know, they don't use it.
No.
It doesn't leave the yard. So I would entertain, it, you know, you guys using it. You have to notify him, obviously, if he
Yeah,
loses.
we'd have to have some type of a schedule.
Yeah, if he loses his vehicle, the other one, for some reason, for repair or something, they may need to utilize, especially if we have the second full-time guy on duty, so. But there is 3 vehicles over there.
Aren't we gonna get rid of one?
I don't know, it doesn't sound like it now.
No, I
but
thought, I
we'll
talked to
hold
Greg,
on.
he says
I
there's
think
one
there
of
might
them
be
we don't
3
use.
and the electric.
That's what I'm saying, is I think we could get rid of
There's
them.
4
We should-
vehicles.
there's 3
Well,
cars,
the
should be able to
grant-
pull one out the
the
wall.
grant-
Philipstown got 3 cars over there?
I think they have 4 at this point, yeah. 3 and the truck, so, yeah.
Yeah, so,
Good plan.
So I mean.
why don't we just donate the
would-
car?
Would, it would be, yeah.
Huh?
The car?
Well, the one, that Greg said he wants to put one out to auction.
Yeah, but I think it's going out to auction
Oh,
because it's in rough condition,
okay,
so,
fine.
but the truck is
No,
not, and the
truck's
truck is
brand
not
new.
being used, so. I will put it to a motion. Can I make a motion that we authorize the town to allow the food pantry of Cold Spring to utilize our F-150 Lightning to provide food delivery service for the community?
So moved.
Second,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Good
And
idea.
obviously, it'll be pending the insurance certifications, so, thank you.
Good idea.
I have nothing else.
I
I
just wanted
just-
to mention,
Oops.
since you mentioned short-term rentals, Beacon was doing a registry, and now they're looking at doing a more of a short-term rental law, because the registry wasn't really working.
Nothing generated.
So,
Good.
but, you know, I think
We
we're on
can-
the
we
right
can learn.
track.
There's none in
This-
Beacon.
Yeah, there
Just,
are, and the people weren't registering. They offered them that as an option.
If
Just-
you don't force it, not gonna do it. It's just like, if you didn't require building permits, nobody would come in and say, hey, I'm
Give me a
building
bill
this.
for-
Am I doing it right? So,
Well, I just want to, I did visit St. Joseph's last week, St. Christopher's, they had the.
Get your saints right there, Bob.
Yeah, I know, I was thinking.
One of 'em.
St. Christopher's, anyway, they had a little get-together down there, a tour of their, the garden they had down there. So I was there for about an hour. Matter of fact, I think it was the day after the big storm. Matter of fact, I think it was, I think it was last Wednesday, I think it was. Anyway, so I attended down there. It's a nice little operation they have. There's not even that, they plant a lot of gardening down there. They do quite a bit of it.
And Bob,
It's
you know-
all raised beds and stuff like that. They've been doing it for many years now. And they have sales on Fridays. So if anyone's interested in getting some nice fresh vegetables, go down there on Friday morning sometime from like 10 to 1 or something like that.
And Bob, it's really good that you have a relationship there, because we really don't have very many relationships with the whole Graymore family, and one day something's gonna happen there in terms of what the, are they in pretty, are you tight with them?
Yeah, not tight, but I do have a rapport with them. Yeah, they're
Good,
back and
because
forth.
that, you know, one day you'll get the call, right?
Yeah, so. Anyway, it was good. I'm glad I went down there. They had the, it's the program, I guess, they go through the program through St. Christopher's for a whole year.
Right.
And once they're finished with that, they're allowed to work in the farm and the garden and stuff like that. And if they don't want to do that, I guess there's another home, because there's a sober house down here that they stay in. And all other members of that, people, they go out and work regular jobs and stuff, and go back there at night. So, I didn't know anything about that program, but now I do.
Bob, is Bob Convoy still overseeing the
Yes,
garden?
yeah.
He's a neighbor of mine.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, yeah. And Mary
Very
Kate.
knowledgeable.
Yeah.
One more item, when you're ready. This is in the future agenda items boring category. I think I'd like to propose that the town board discuss adding a committee to its list of committees and making it the audit committee.
Oh, I did get your meeting. I apologize.
I think it's just a good practice. It only needs to meet once a year. I volunteer to be, and if there's just needs to be 2 of us, we can get 1 more. But I think if we can meet with the auditor before they do all their work, just to sort of see what the scope is and all that. I just think we'll be better informed.
I would support that, but I think the best route would be to sit with Sue Kenny first, Sue and Kevin, and just, put together a proposal of what the function of the committee would actually be.
Okay, I mean, it's really, it's not meant to be in their way or help, it's just to be involved.
No, the more eyes on it, the better off we are.
Okay, I'll do that, and
So let's-
we'll make it a future agenda item once I do that.
Yeah, we'll meet with Sue and Kevin, and then you can come up with a plan, and if everybody's good with that, sound like a plan? Plan for a plan? Good. Anything else, Ned?
I would just echo what Judy said earlier. Hats off to the rec department. My son's down there every day. Smooth sailing. I don't know how they do it, but they do it well. And I appreciate them.
It's fast paced down there in the summer.
Yeah, and at the Depot Theater too, they were cranking out. They have 2 plays. They've got another thing this week. They also, working hard. The kids in this town have some good options, and I'm grateful.
And that's why it's a waiting list to get in.
Yeah,
It's a good product. Okay, anything from the audience? Yes, come on up, Carl. Huh?
It's me. It's a habit. I can't help it. I'm sorry. I'll try to keep it away from the mic.
What's that?
Clicking of my pen.
Hey, Carl.
Hi.
Go for it.
First of all, I want to express some gratitude. There was a workshop last week that approved culvert under the pass going through our property. And I'd like to coordinate with Adam if there's any posts that need to be removed, a section or 2 of rails.
So the plan is to replace it in the right-of-way only. So they're gonna attach on the left side, if you're coming from 9 to 9D, they're gonna attach there, we're gonna replace the pipe that's in our right-of-way, and then attach on the other side. So, but it may involve work under your fence. So, but I appreciate your offer, but we'll coordinate that with Adam and make sure that is. We just wanted to make sure that, where our right-of-way was, we did do some research on it, and we needed a letter from the Putnam County Highway Superintendent, which we got, and a resolution from the town board, which we got, so, to take care of it.
So it won't go any further than 20 feet?
It's the right-of-way, so we'll
Yeah.
determine, I don't know the exact length and how far, but what we didn't want happening is the pavement going down and then the pipe collapsing, and we would need to replace the pipe, the pavement and the pipe, so that's why we're prepared to do it now.
There's 2 12-inch in there now, and it's going to be
I think the plan is just in kind, replace in kind, so,
Meaning,
same size.
same size?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. Walking in here, I see you have a sign banning unauthorized surveillance, Google Glass.
That's not us. That's New York State
Well,
courts.
it's New York State courts, but still. There's a concern for unauthorized surveillance. And I have a couple questions. The ALPR, the automatic license plate readers that are put up, one by Bosco Bell.
There's 5 in the town of Philipstown.
Right. I know of, I know of the Bosco Bell, the one by Brook Road, and the other 3.
One's right down here.
One's in Nelsville, one's
Right,
on.
that's Brook Road.
I'm not fully aware,
Brook
but they're owned by Putnam County, they're operated by Putnam County,
Uh-huh.
and they were authorized by New York State DOT to install them, so.
Right.
We have nothing to do with the county.
I understand, but towns can raise objections, and towns have made progress in getting them uninstalled and off the network. Apparently, there's cases of abuse, spouses, ex-spouses, surveillance, people who have access to the data, whatnot. And of course, it's tantamount to a digital dragnet. And there is the most common company is Flock, but there's others, there's Motorola, Recor, Gentile, Axon Enterprises, and Verkada. And as a citizen, what can we do to, or as a town, what can we do? There's Narragansett in Long Island that's canceled
Rhode
their
Island.
Contract.
Rhode
South
Island. Rhode
South
Island.
Kingston,
Yeah.
Rhode Island.
My son lives right there. Yeah.
Right, there's South Kingston.
Right.
There's Newburgh is now ready to pull the plug on them. Dayton, Ohio, Los Angeles, Chicago, it goes on and on.
Right.
Do we have any say as a town to limit or to take these down?
I appreciate your concern, but they're owned by Putnam County and operated. My suggestion would be to go to the Putnam County Legislature, have them intervene or at least contact the sheriff's office, notifying them of the concern for privacy or the lack thereof, and that's where I would start the case. If they were ours or on town roads, I would certainly think it would be our issue to deal with, but since they're not on our roads or owned or operated by the town, we have nothing to, it's the sheriff's department that owns it, so it's Putnam County. You'd start with the county legislator and get something on the agenda in Carmel, would be my suggestion.
Right, that would be Nancy Montgomery and company?
Yeah.
Right. All right, well, again, thanks for the culvert.
It's not in yet, but
Well,
it'll be soon.
yeah,
You're
and,
welcome.
and,
How did the drainage hold up in the rain? I understand it's not as bad as East Mountain was beat up.
yeah, the pass is extremely narrow, it's one way, basically. It's its own traffic calming device.
Oh, it is.
And it has pretty much slowed down traffic immensely because it is a mogul motocross. You need clearance, you gotta stop everywhere, you know.
When Route 9 closed, just to let people, when Route 9 was closed, there were tractor trailers attempting to go over East Mountain. We had
Right.
several, we have photos of several of them stuck, and they were trying to grade the road and the tractor, because Route 9 was closed. 9D was one lane, so
Right.
people were looking for alternates, and your GPS would send you over East
The
Mountain.
10-wheelers, the 18-wheelers, they can't use the Taconic, which is pretty much the most sensible route.
They would have to go all the way to 684 for a north-south.
Right.
What? Yeah.
I had to use a Taconic. I was gonna use, go over East Mountain, but there was an accident, just
You couldn't get through.
didn't get through.
It was closed.
So it was
So
closed.
They wouldn't let the
Anyway.
supervisor through. And I live
I'd
on it.
like to welcome our new Philipstown resident.
Nice.
This is Russell Dushan's son, Arthur Dushan.
Nice. Welcome. Welcome to the town.
And,
Got quite a legacy to fill there, Sam.
Yeah. Thank you, Carl. Appreciate
All
it.
right.
Have a good night.
Okay.
Anything else from the audience? Vacancies, we have one climate smart coordinator, one planning board, and we might as well advertise for one zoning board
Yeah,
as
we
well.
did get an applicant,
Yeah.
someone's interested in
Ben
climate smart.
Davis.
We have two.
Oh, we do have two.
I
Oh,
You have to forward
I
me what you
did,
got.
I did, just before I came upstairs.
Oh, okay.
okay,
It's
I
there.
only saw the one.
Yes,
I'll look when I go
so
back
a woman wrote to me, and she's on the committee and would like to be considered,
There's more.
and then there was another one.
That person's on the committee
The
too.
other one was
Ben.
Ben
There's
Davis.
two,
Ben,
there's
Ben
two.
Davis is
Ben
the one
Davis.
I got this morning
Right.
that I forwarded.
Right.
It was
Correct.
Pamela
Pamela
Doan.
Doan?
Doan.
Oh, I
Oh,
didn't
Pamela
receive
Doan.
anything
Oh,
from her.
she's
She works for the
Climate
newspaper.
Smart now?
She works where?
She works for the newspaper.
Yeah, so
There's a
she
column.
also is interested.
Yeah.
So, yep, so we have two applicants.
Okay.
And we'll certainly
Maybe
take
one
one.
of them will consider going on a planning board.
So once we get there, notify them, we can schedule some interviews.
So you're gonna advertise for a zone, for a
Yes.
zoning?
Yeah.
Zoning and,
Zoning, planning,
And
and
planning.
climate smart.
Well,
Approval
well,
of
we have
vouchers.
two for climate smart. We want to advertise again?
Well, we have two. Let's get,
Not up to me.
I know, so I'm saying,
Advertise it
I don't know
again,
if we
or-
need to.
I think we interview those two and see how we make out.
Yeah,
Okay.
Approval of vouchers, general,
so moved.
second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And I vote aye. Highway,
So moved.
second. All in favor?
Aye.
And I vote aye. Continental Village Park District,
So
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And I vote aye. Continental Village Water District.
So moved.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And I vote aye. Motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And I vote aye.